What's up guys, HutchyMJH here. Are you like me and you love level grinding in games? Well then you've come to the right spot! So, recently, I was on YouTube, I was looking at different custom difficulties that would give out a bigger payout because Professional gives 3 times, and even, well to be fair, even if you get a perfect game, you do get $1,000, sometimes $2,000 I think. Nightmare, the same, you can get up to, I think you can get up to $3,000 on Nightmare if you get a perfect game, all your photos, the bone. But I was trying to figure out a way I can just get those 9 times, the 10 times, even 11 times. So my first custom, I was doing this. It is 9.77 times, and it's fairly difficult. There's no starting time, but sorry, you get the gist. But I went on some Reddit forums and I was able to find this bad boy, 12.22 times. Now I know, well, actually I'm not too sure. So I've only joined Phasmophobia this big update. I didn't play the game prior to it, but I know there used to be a way to get 15 times or even 16 times, I believe. But this one is just 12.22. These are the settings. It is fairly difficult. Like, you need to rely on knowing ghost behaviours, ghost tells, because there is no evidence. You do not get any evidence at all, apart from maybe ghost orbs, but the only way you'll get ghost orbs if it's a mimic. That is the only way you'll get evidence. But yeah, now as you can see, I've recently prestiged. I'm now also level 35 because I've been using this custom to level up. So when I first prestiged, it was pretty much impossible to then do the custom with the tier 1 items because I didn't have crucifixes, I didn't have smudge, like it was just a ball ache. So I gave up on that. I went back to playing normal Phasmophobia, just doing Professional and Nightmare. But when I got my crucifixes and my crosses back, I was able to do it again. So this is meant to be done on Camp Woodwind. So I will show you how I set up. Now keep in mind, this is much easier with the tier 3 items, but I think that goes without saying. It's always going to be much easier with tier 3 items. So what I normally do, oh, I didn't buy armor salt, whoops. I grab an EMF. So the EMF I turn on and I chuck it in there. Just chuck. Because that can be used to narrow down if it's a Raju. Because if a Raju is near active player equipment, it'll speed up. And after that, I normally do have more salt, but I just didn't buy it because I'm stupid. I get all... I get at least 2 salt. Now obviously, this is tier 1 salt. It doesn't slow down ghosts. All it does is reveal if it's a wraith or not. So, chuck that in. I come back from my smudge. Now keep in mind, once again, you've got to be able to notice tells and behaviours of different ghosts. Like Obake, if it changes its form in a hunt, it's Obake. If you see ghost orbs, if you have a camera in there, if you see ghost orbs, it's obviously a mimic. If it speeds up and you can see your breath, it's most likely a Hantu. Just stuff like that. So let's try and get a ghost. Also, just have a quick look at the board. If you can set up... Oh, there you go, EMF. We have an EMF in there. If it sets it off, we have that ticked off straight away. I could throw a motion sensor in there. I won't do it for this game. Same with parabolic microphone. I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to try and figure out the ghost. Where are my smudges? Now keep in mind, as soon as you walk in these gates, it could hunt from the get-go, so you need to be quick. I thought I did there. I normally put my crosses on these benches, or at least near them. I grab my salt. You're also going to be doing these hunts around these benches. You're purely discovering this ghost based on these hunts that you're just gonna get. Well, there we go. Oh, damn it. So straight away, we got footsteps, so it's not a wraith. I need to find my smudge. Oh, that was a waste of another smudge there. Whoops. I was confused for a moment there. I thought that was a hunt. So, EMF straight away. I'm not too confident that I'm going to be able to guess. Oh, okay, we're in the ghost room. Interesting. To me, that was a normal speed. Even in line of sight, that was a normal speed. So it's not Revenant. It's not Mori. It wasn't Raju. I don't think it changed form. We'll check that. It's definitely not a Deogen. It's not a Fae. Were we in the ghost room to start with? I'm not sure. It's not a Hantu. Can't really rule out Jinn. I think for now that's all I can rule out. I don't think it was a Polly. Oh. I mean, saying that, everything's gone. I should have really set off a timer to see how long it took to hunt again. If you incense a spirit during a hunt, after that it will not hunt for another 3 minutes. Where are you? Is it just a poltergeist? I mean, from that, I don't think it was a phantom based on its flicker. A phantom, when it does that flicker, when ghosts hunt, a phantom will flicker off. You won't see it for a little bit, and it'll come back. And Oni flickers more often, so you can see it a lot more often. And then any other ghost is just a normal. Oh, okay, normal flicker. It's just a little bit in between. Oh, hi. It's doing lots and lots of events. Now, like I said, I am no expert on this game. I know a few things. Like, all these events that I'm getting could lead to a ghost, but I'm not a pro. It could well lead to a... It could well lead to a ghost, I'm just not sure. That's an event again. Yeah, so a good way to figure out if it is hunting. Again, another... Huh. So a good way to figure out if it is hunting, there we go, is if the gate shuts. Ah, okay, so it might just be a poltergeist. Yeah. So, based on how far it's chucking things, I think it is just a poltergeist. Almost didn't vote. I'm praying this is right. There wasn't much else I could go off. Right there, yeah, we go. So, that was a pretty easy ghost to go off because it was chucking things quite high, which would mean poltergeist. But when you get stuff like a Goyo, I think the only way you can tell if it's a Goyo in this type of custom difficulty is if you start at the benches and you can see your breath and you have a hunt, but then later on your cold breath disappears, that means it's moved rooms, so it can't be a Goyo. And then the same way, if you start in the ghost room just by chance and you can see your cold breath the entire time, and you're there for a couple hunts and it's still not changing. Like if you have your crucifixes set up where I had them set up and it's just constantly burning those crucifixes, it might be a Goyo because it's not changing ghost rooms, because a Goyo doesn't change ghost rooms. But yeah, this to me is a really good way to level up if you're like me and love the leveling grind. It's also a good way to teach yourself these behaviours and tells from these ghosts, because before I started doing this, I was alright at like going, oh, that's that ghost, or wait, that's not that ghost because of this. But now that I've started doing this, I'm like, even quicker going, oh, it's that. No, it's not that. And it's really helped me as a Phasmophobia player. But I must stress, this is like a disgusting way of doing this. Like, if you want to have an actual leveling grind, use the difficulties that the devs put in the game. Like, maybe not amateur or intermediate, professional, and most definitely nightmare. When I play on my own, I normally do play nightmare. I don't know why. I think having only 2 evidence just makes the game a little bit more fun. But yeah, I do hope you enjoyed. And if this helps you, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And please share with your friends. Right. Bye, guys.